Don't you think life has become so loud, whether it's loud music or whether it's a fast-paced life that we lead? We need to connect with nature to become more simple in our approaches in life. Hi, I'm Dr. Jyoti Marwah, and I'm a person who belongs to the field of history, but I love to look at nature and the history of plants in the life of man, ever since the Indus Valley time. I have two daughters who are doctors and who also love nature, and they have always insisted that when I take care of Mussoorie, my estate, I will not do away with the forest land. I have done my PhD from University of Mumbai. I have served the university in one of its affiliated colleges as a principal as well as head of the history department. And thereafter, I shifted to Mussoorie and I wanted to passionately follow the area of work that I have loved to do, and I have been doing it for the last 35 years, and that is aromatics and wellness with the medicinal attributes and components of plant life from the Himalayan region. I joined the college, the degree college in Vashi, Navi Mumbai, which was affiliated to Mumbai University, and I realized the importance of doing PhD. So I registered with the University of Mumbai for my PhD on history of urbanization of Lucknow. But a number of years passed and I realized that, that's not the area of work that I'm really looking at, because Mussoorie had been my father's property since 1958. It had always fascinated me too much. So I approached my guide and I told him that my interest lies in essential oils and medicinal and aromatic plants of the hills of the Himalayan region, and I would like to switch over to doing the history of the uses of essential oils. I tried to make it sound more scientific by using the word essential oil rather than aromatics and fragrance. So my guide was liberal enough, he was kind, and I was permitted to do my PhD on that. Marriage took me to Mumbai, and that's the time that I, of course, had a family. I had my two lovely daughters, and yet I did not give up pursuing my pursuits in aromatherapy continued at the same time. And while rearing my children, while bringing them up, I think that is what has also worked on their mindset, that they too love plants and their extracts. So it was my children and the plants and my work that went on together, along with my professor's job at the college. It was a lot of multitasking, but I never felt the load of it because I think it was coming from within. There was nothing forced on me. And obviously, I must put in the fact that this support came from my husband. Without that, it would not have been possible. I retired in 2015 and thereafter I got another appointment for another 5 years as a principal. But mera dil to pahadon mein tha, and I had a mission in my mind and I want to just pursue that mission. Because working in Mumbai, when I was practicing aromatherapy, I was buying things from the market. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to grow my own things. I wanted to cultivate. I wanted to do value addition. I wanted to make my own end products and take this information and knowledge to the people around. In Mussoorie, I collaborated with the Mussoorie Forest Division and unke jitne self-help groups the women ke in the Garhwal region, in Banglo Ki Kandi, in areas in Sendur. These are these villages under this division, and इनके साथ जितनी भी औरतें हैं self help SHGs की, इनको मैंने training करना शुरू कर दिया because I wanted to take this information and this knowledge जो मैंने generate की थी, जो मैंने सीखा था, to people around, because the forest department also was interested that the women should learn to appreciate and understand the forest well. So we could save our forests from further degeneration or cutting of trees, etc. So this problem could be solved अगर हम उनको ये livelihood के तरीके सिखा सकते थे. Cultivation of chamomile, cultivation of lavender, all these flowers, exotic flowers, which bring in a good remuneration. So इनके साथ मैंने बहुत सारा काम किया, and I'm glad that the women learned making soaps with all these natural produce, agri produce that they are doing. With this intention, I established and set up this Mussoorie Fragrance and Flavors Institute. बहुत सारे farmers आए हैं, आते रहते हैं, सीखते रहते हैं. बहुत सारे farmers आते हैं, essential oil निकालते हैं. मैंने तो ये देखा है, सबके अंदर बहुत जिज्ञासा है, and I want to work harder and harder to take this to the people so that they can start making things for themselves. They don't have to depend on the market. cheap preservatives go into them. They learn to use good preservatives or good preservation techniques of their own food stuff. So whether it is flavors or whether it is fragrances, we should to a large extent avoid things which are unnatural, which are synthetic. To promote this concept of flavors and fragrances, so I thought that I would set up a museum which would be a plant size, explaining the science in very simple ways, because science communication in simple form is understood by everyone. So we'll be communicating the value of plant in this museum in very simple terms, and this value can be then incorporated into your use or your consumption. That is the aim of this museum. Don't you think life has become so loud, whether it's loud music or whether it's a fast-paced life that we lead? We need to connect with nature, to become more simple in our approaches in life, and take in minimal that is harming us, harming our body, and learn to appreciate all that nature teaches us.